Good morning from Sharon, and I'm here to do the Bible reading for today. But first of all, we have a birthday. In fact, the birthday isn't until tomorrow, and it's Alex's birthday, and he's going to be 10 years old. So I think you're almost too old for bubbles, Alex, but we're still going to do them today. So happy birthday, Alex. Here's your birthday bubbles. Have a great day tomorrow. So we're on our final week of the Jeremiah series. So if you remember, we've been looking at our 4-light traffic light for the reading from Jeremiah 6:16. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. So that's been our memory verse for these last few weeks. And so we're going to get on to our Bible reading story for today. And it's from Matthew 14, verses 25 to 33. Jesus walks on the water. Many of the disciples were fishermen. They were used to storms. In fact, given half a chance, they could tell a few scary storm stories. Do you remember the time when... But tonight felt different. Jesus had gone to the hills to pray by himself. He had told them to go across to the other side of the lake. It was night time. It was dark. The winds were strong and the waves were crashing over the sides of the little fishing boat, threatening to overturn it. Just when the disciples thought things couldn't get any worse, they saw something even more scary than the waves. A ghost! Ah! Walking on top of the waves. But then they heard a familiar voice calling to them. Don't be afraid. Have courage. I am here. It's not a ghost, it's Jesus. Is it? Is it Jesus? As usual, Peter was the first to speak, to want a part of the action. Jesus, he shouted, if it's really you, tell me to come to you across the water. Yes, Peter, come to me, Jesus said, and he held out his hand toward him. Peter, suddenly full of courage and faith, stepped out of the boat onto the waves to do what seemed to be impossible. He began to walk on the water towards Jesus. But when, just for a moment, he stopped looking at Jesus and looked at the waves crashing around him, he became terribly afraid and began to sink. Jesus, save me! He yelled. Straight away, Jesus reached out and grabbed Peter. Peter, said Jesus, where is your faith? Why did you let doubt win? And Jesus and Peter climbed into the boat, and immediately the storm stopped. The wind went from a howl to a whisper. The waves reduced to nothing. The lake was calm again. And the disciples knelt down, which wasn't very easy in a boat, and worshipped and adored Jesus. In that moment, they recognized him for who he really is. Jesus, you truly are the Son of God, they said.